Ramones?
Yeah.
No, I like Ramones.
Why?
Why? It's good music and good people.
They had the most perfect look in the history of rock and roll, the whole leather jackets, ripped jeans and the hair.
Very tongue-in-cheek. It was just fun, kind of cartoon cutout band. They're brilliant.
They just sort of captivated something. The shortness of the lyrics, the shortness of the songs. It's like if you can do it in 2 minutes or less and still make it that good, it's got to be something really special.
The sound that I hadn't heard before, that I needed to hear, like a spike into my vein, as Lou Reed would say.
If you like it, you're just addicted.
A lot of bands are playing it like they did, since they did it.
Hip ho, let's go! Hip ho, let's go! Hip ho, let's go!
We are a happy family. Andy is former Exploding White Mice. He's a drummer.
Shannon is a pirate on the bass guitar.
Suzy is a headbanger.
I first read about Ramones in the rock magazine, the NME, and they had such an impact on me that I changed my name legally to Suzy Ramone. Eventually, I learned to play guitar like Johnny so that I could be in a Ramones tribute band.
I got a bass when I was 14 and didn't know how to play it, so when we started the band, I just learned to play like Dee Dee.
I fell in love with the Ramones when I was 21. That was 1977. Straight after that, half my record collection was obsolete. So I started collecting Ramones and eventually decided to learn to play the drums like Tommy Ramone.
The phones are going absolutely nuts tonight as we pay tribute to Joey Ramone and his band, the Ramones. Suzy, well, is that true? Have you really changed your surname?
Yeah, I changed my name to Suzy Ramone in 1979. I used to pretend that I was their sister and that I'd been abandoned in the bulrushes and found by the people who brought me up.
Obviously, they had such a huge effect on you at the end of the 70s that you wanted to go that far.
I just thought they were fantastic. They sort of combined the sound of the Beach Boys and the Ronettes and the Beatles and T-Rex and all that kind of stuff with the Stooges and this kind of punk sound, and they did it really fast and they were like cartoon characters. I just thought, oh, that sounds really great. So I bought Blitzkrieg Bop and I just loved it.
What did it compare like to the other records around at the time when you first heard it?
Well, music at that time was really boring. Everyone was doing really long solos and it was really sort of egotistical wankery. And the other thing that was happening was disco was getting really big. So it was just like a breath of fresh air. It was so exciting and it was funny and it was romantic and it was dumb. The first time I went and saw them at Theberton Town Hall, everyone was just jumping into each other and jumping up into the air and slamming their fists in the air and chanting along, and that became the mosh pit.
So it wasn't a violent type of atmosphere, it was a celebration.
It was just absolute joy and sheer happiness.
You've had a chance to meet them?
Yeah, I did. I met them when they came for that tour.
Did you have each of the four guys in front of you?
Yeah, they were all there, and, I've got photos of it, and I got autographs and things, and one of them signed the autograph to my sis, which was really nice.
You're with Suzy and Andy on 3D Radio 93.7 FM in Adelaide, and this morning we're talking to Radio Birdman lead singer Rob Younger.
Rob, we've been playing Radio Birdman, Saints and Ramones on community radio for decades, but none of those records were ever embraced by the mainstream. Why do you think that is?
We did a couple of shows around the place, I think, on what you'd call commercial radio, and they let us bring along our, whatever records we wanted to play. We played things like the Ramones and so forth, and I was asking the DJ there, why the hell don't you play this sort of stuff when 25, 30 years ago you were playing the Beach Boys, essentially the same gear, fun and all that type of thing. Where did all the good pop and rock go? It sort of seemed to have got driven underground and they just played drivel.
The record industry, as they call it, what they want to do is kind of get a lot of bands that can kind of do something that's really mediocre, and it's easier for them to round up 100 of them so they can keep the machine operating. And I think when something comes along that's really passionate and exciting, it's not really a great thing for them to kind of get behind.
Hello, this is Clem Burke from Blondie, and you're listening to Late for Breakfast. CBGB was a very incestuous you know, scene that involved a handful of people, and everyone sort of helped each other at the beginning. Tommy Ramone and Dee Dee Ramone used to sublet a flat from Chris Stein, and actually we used to open for the Ramones.
I love the Ramones. They're so simple and they play with power. They just took that thing and made it American punk. They're it, man.
Hi, this is Pete Shelley from Buzzcocks. You listen to Late for Breakfast on 3D Radio.
That first album was a definite influence on the Buzzcocks.
The Sex Pistols played up in Manchester with us in '76, and they were testing out the PA when playing the Ramones album. I bought that on import.
You're listening to Late for Breakfast with Suzy and Andrew.
First Ramones concert in London, 4th of July 1976.
Yeah, I was there. I mean, you know, the Clash were there, some of the Pistols were there, some of the Damned were there. And I can't stress how important that Ramones gig was, because it raised everybody's game.
We're a happy family, we're a happy family, we're a happy family, me, mum and daddy. We're a happy family, we're a happy family, we're a happy family, me, mum and daddy.
We heard about an extended family reunion in Brisbane organised by Tim, who makes replica Ramones guitars. People were coming from all over, including the Queers from America, who had recorded their own version of a whole Ramones album, and 3 Japanese guys who'd formed a band when they met in Western Australia. So we borrowed a camera and set off to meet them.
Brisbane, Queensland.
I became obsessed with the Ramones, which got me obsessed with Mosrites. The Mosrite was my Australian sense of humour on the word Mosrite. That's the first one I ever made, which is why it actually has Mosrite written on it, because I was only ever going to make one, and then people kept asking me if I could make them one. This is the ultimate Mosrite collectible because it's a Mosrite and it's also so heavily linked to the Ramones because it's the same guitar that Johnny started the Ramones
It was
with.
original.
Yeah. It's my pride and joy.
Okay, After Joey's birthday bash, it was time to head into town for the Ramone-a-thon.
Doing a whole bunch of Ramone songs country style.
The Ramones are important. They were probably the first rock and roll band I was ever into. It all stems from basic rock and roll tunes done a bit quicker.
We just met, we just got bored at school and, we just started jamming to killing a time in the garage,
We were all like English student.
Ramones was our common favorite band.
Where was that?
In Perth, back in Perth, 1996.
I was a bass player first and I couldn't really play the guitar. Like for the Ramones, so easy to play for me and the sound was like right.
You didn't know each other in Japan? Or?
No, yeah. So it was kind of miracle. We believe in miracle.
No one could actually play like the Ramones do. Like, it's some of the most difficult music in the world, but it sounds so simple. So they managed to be like awesome musicians and yet inspire everyone with their simplicity at the same time. Just like a paradox or something. I don't know.
I started playing with this dude and then I started playing Ramones-y type of stuff with them. And then I just started to listening to the Ramones, and the more I listened to it, the more I didn't really like listening to other stuff. These beautifully melodic sort of songs that just like chugged away for like a couple of minutes, but were, I don't know, just fucking fantastic.
We're the Marones, and we've been playing now for a couple of weeks.
All I can say is it's Philanda to you do what that
I'm Donnie Marone.
I'm Humpy Marone. I play Johnny Marone, and I love the Marones because 3 of them are dead, and that's cool in a Jim Morrison kind of way.
You'd be thinking minimalist. It's like the worst. It's the
best. It's the smallest, it's the most compact you can get rock and roll. Like, you can get it down into just the tiniest, simplest form. And that's it. That's Ramone music. That's just beautiful.
They're like us in the sense that they had no fucking clue how to play any of their instruments when they started, but they still thought they were the greatest band ever. And yeah, they were right.
They were misfits, man. They didn't have much else to do. They're just like me. They're my friends. They watch over me.
They're the only ones that really discuss fucking lobotomies and psychotherapy, which is something that a lot of people in the world actually deal with. This is being fucked in the head.
And they sang about stuff that we felt. We hated the world, and all we were doing was drinking beer, and we knew we were smarter than everybody else, but we just fucking didn't know, we were lost. And then the Ramones came along, and they were gods to us, but they were regular people.
We're Ramonettes, and it's really great to be here at the 6th annual Ramone-a-thon live. Hey, oh, let's go! Hey, oh, let's go! Hey, oh, let's go! Hey, oh,
It's not just in Australia. We contacted people from all over the world who love Ramones, and of course we wanted to meet them too. So in true DIY punk style, we organised a tour ourselves. No record company, no manager, no driver, no roadies. We saved up for our own airfares and hoped to break even on the tour. We decided to go to the other side of the world, Europe, with a stopover to meet the Tokyo Cousins, including the Remains, who sing Ramone songs in Japanese. Programming the GPS to see if we can find a place to stay in Toulouse. Wow, look at that. Formula One Ramoneville. Let's go there.
Please proceed to the planned route. At the roundabout, turn left. The destination is ahead.
Destination is a hotel. Have we arrived?
You have arrived.
Thanks, Sheepy.
The rooms are always the same at Formula One. Usually, checking in is automated. You get a door code from a machine, but this time we were met by a real person.
Her name, Ramone. See, my t-shirt, Ramone. We're crazy, from Australia.
Oh.
It's the 10-year anniversary of this club, so they're having special things like the Ramonettes, tribute to Ramones, with DJ Joey playing Ramones all night.
I'd like to welcome Joey.
Thank you. This is the Ramonettes from Australia.
We heard there were a couple of other people in France we just had to meet. They travel around on a motorbike doing impromptu roadside performances of Ramone songs for free.
I'm Shorty Ramone.
My name is Fatty, you know.
Fatty who?
Fatty Ramone.
We meet you, we meet a lot of people, Ramones, it's cool.
I came from this town and nothing to do, bullshit, only sport, football, and I was the only Arab punk of Saint-Etienne.
We want to play rock and roll in the street, so we make Ramones in the street with megaphone.
On a motorbike, no power, you know, no electricity, only battery of 12 volts.
We dress like the Ramones with long hair, perfecto, jean with old jeans and Converse. It's a picture. It's rock and roll. It's for everyone in the street. We play 25 songs, Blitzkrieg Bop, Sheena's Punk Rocker, Rockery Beach, Rock and Roll High School, Teenage Lobotomy, Now You Wanna Sniff Some Glue, Somebody Put Something in My Drink, Rock and Roll Radio,
Somebody put something in my
a gift for Suzy.
Your sister.
Thanks. Thank you very much. I love that.
Do you want to dance?
Waiting for Diego. It's been a long day in the saddle. 600 Ks.
The machine
who puts the records.
Yeah,
when
jukebox.
it says- Yeah, jukebox. In Spanish, we say la gramola.
La gramola.
You wrote a song for Shannon. Tell us about that.
The song, The Girl from Adelaide. It's a present. I put in the song the things that she do. She plays the bass guitar. She shots the boomerang. Well, it's a thing because she's from Australia and she likes Ramones and she came from the other side of the world and she goes to the pub the Thursday.
The Girl from Adelaide.
I remember that the first time that I heard about Ramones, I think the Ramones for a Spanish band because it was Ramones. You can say Ramones in Spanish.
Yep.
Definitely, I think it was a band from Madrid. I know. It's the first time I listened to Ramones. I said, "What? That's the sound that I like."
I love the Ramonettes. Get denied.
Patricia and Fernando extended familial hospitality and put us up in their apartment.
Cool house.
Fernando doesn't speak English, but he communicated with music, made us breakfast, and drew a picture which we later made into a record cover. Eastern Europe had it tough under communism. During the Ramones era, they didn't play punk on state radio either. We wanted to find out what it's like now behind the former Iron Curtain.
Tell me about the show that you put on here every 2 months.
That's a kind of party, you know. At this kind of show always plays the Dams, who are the best Ramones tribute band in this part of Europe.
Is it easy to be a punk in Poland?
Oh, I was never been a punk. I'm still not a punk. I just like Ramones. It wasn't too easy to get some Ramones stuff in Poland 15 years ago. It was kind of my hobby to collect Ramones stuff. About 10 years ago, I started to looking for people for Ramones cover band. Dumps. It came from a Pinhead song where they scream D-U-M-B, everyone's accusing me. I like their first 3 albums and their style with Tommy on drums. Ramon said that he had a little influence or no influence, but I think Tommy just figured it out all, and he had a lot of influence for their music.
Tommy Ramone's one of my all-time favorite drummers. I mean, it's so ironic, he wasn't really even a drummer, but his minimalism, you know, and the style of playing was very inspirational to a lot of people. It was coming from another place when Tommy would play.
Well, we could be in any major European city, but we are in fact in Budapest, which is the home of Tommy Ramone. And you can hear from the noise of his hometown, is probably very influential in developing the unique racket for which the Ramones became famous. It was largely responsible for the unique sound of the Ramones by the simple but relentless drumming style of kick, snare, kick, kick, snare with double time on the hi-hats.
He was also the producer as well as writing some of the major early hits like Blitzkrieg Bop and I Wanna Be Your Boyfriend.
Do you have a favourite song of Ramones?
Well, my favourite song is Sha-La-La-La.
Howlin' at the Moon.
La 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 la, sha-la-la-la-la.
Favourite song?
I don't have it. Everyone is the best. I really like Texas Chainsaw Massacre. Just the way the chainsaw comes in at the beginning of the song, man, it's like, yeah.
One of my favourite lyrics in the entire world is I don't want to walk around with you, which is just as you know, I don't want to walk around with you, so why do you want to walk around with me? You know, what more needs to be said about a breakup than that?
How can you pick a Ramones song? Because, you know, they all sound more or less the same, but then what a great song it is.
The Cretin Hop. That quick guitar, and then you get the drums coming in and the bass doing exactly the same thing.
Favourite Ramone?
Johnny.
Johnny Ramone.
He was hard character, but you have to have somebody like that in the band. Somebody has to say what to do, how to do, and be a bad guy.
Johnny's my favourite.
Why is Johnny your
badass
favourite?
bitch. He's crazy. He's me in the Spazzys. He's nuts and yells at everyone too much and sorry guys. And mean.
Johnny for the organization, but it was an American bush.
He's got the greatest guitaring rock and roll stance ever.
He was always really, supportive, and he asked us, where you guys stay, do your parents know where you are?
When Johnny Ramone died, we were all sad. One big part of us is gone forever.
In Serbia, we stayed with Gale, who told us how he'd crossed enemy lines to see Ramones play after they'd saved his life.
I was in very big trouble with heroin, and the Ramones drew me out of that. 1991 started war between Serbia and Croatia. Ramones were for the first time in ex-Yugoslavia, and among 54 people that were from Belgrade to Zagreb, Croatia, where they were playing, I was among them. And it was very dangerous for Serbs to go to Croatia. I was 17-year-old. Do you know what conscientious objectors?
Yes, yes.
I was in a very big struggle for that. I never go into army. I've heard of Ramonettes. I think it's very cool. Just playing Ramone songs for very cheap, because tribute. That's why I respect you.
So do you feel like you're a brother to other Ramones fans?
Not like, I don't want to brotherhood things. We are all individuals with all our thoughts. It's all our responsibility. That's what anarchism punk mean to me, but I started with all with Ramones.
Gabba Gabba, we accept you.
One of us.
Gabba Gabba, we accept you, one of us. Gabba Gabba, we accept you, one of us.
Shelley.
We'd been booked to play 16 shows in 16 days in all fragments of the former Yugoslavia. Promoter Alex missed out on live rock and roll because of the war, so he's making sure the current generation of kids don't. When we got to Kosovo, even though their metal detector squealed, the UN inspectors took one look at our wet washing and waved us through. It's pretty tough here. There's no power, no running water, only basics on sale. They had a makeshift tent for the gig with a generator for electricity. But even here, there's a Ramones tribute band. In Croatia, at the Rock and Roll High School Gymnasium basement gig, we found a lot of kids who were still babies when Ramones retired. They were so pleased to see us, we had to autograph our pizza boxes for them.
Thank you very much. You're very welcome.
How old are you? You're a Ramones fan?
Yes. 13?
Yeah. He's strong.
Yes.
I'm 14.
Do you like Ramones?
Yeah, of course.
What's your name?
Edo.
Edo who?
Edo Ramone.
Yeah. How old are you?
15.
I'm 16 years old.
Do you play music?
Yes, I play Ramones.
Do you play drums?
Yes.
All right. Bass player. You're a bass player?
No.
Ramones music?
Yes. I play drums.
I'm Baby Ramone.
And what do you play?
I play drums.
And what's your band?
Teenage Lobotomy. My name is Sammy Ramone. I play guitar.
Have you been a Ramones fan for a long time?
Since I was a little kid.
Do you play all Ramones songs?
Yes, just the Ramones songs. I grew up on listening to Ramones. It's style of living, I don't know.
Ramones played 2,263 shows, and Johnny Ramone meticulously kept a record of each one. In 1991, he made a spelling mistake, inadvertently renaming an Italian town. All the local music fans now call La Spezia in honour of him. Of course, there's a Ramones tribute band here, the Manges. At their club, Manges bass player Massimo told us about a music quiz involving their drummer Manuel.
That stage was like a table with two stereos and all the Who records and all the Ramones records. I played one song for each of the two guys, so I decided the song and the album of the Who, so I played it just a couple of seconds. The guy is supposed to tell immediately the name of the song. Ramones were many more records than the Who, and it's even more difficult for the Ramones because the sound is almost the same, it's just loud and distorted guitar. Instead, the Who used to have different arrangements and different sound. Just play 1 second and from the sound of the guitar, Manuel just immediately says the song and the album. 50 songs, didn't do any mistake. 1 second for each song.
The Ramones is my life. I don't care about other music.
That's the English.
Yes.
Yeah, that's worth hundreds of pounds, isn't it?
Yeah. This is the French version of Blitzkrieg, Swallow My Pride. I wanna be your boyfriend. It's a Holland version. This is English. Different.
Without taking drugs, it's like...
He gets high.
Yeah, exactly.
From a different colour record.
He gave me. This is maybe my special one. Me and CJ. This one is good because it's Argentina version with the right in Spanish.
Golpes sobre el chico. Pídame bread.
From 1993. This is a shirt from Didi.
The backstage.
Okay, this is drawing for me. From Didi.
Oh, he gave that to you?
Yeah, this is a English fanzine. This is a Didi book.
Yes, beauty.
This one is Yari Pekka.
Just the Ramones tattoos.
I guessed.
This is for Poison Art. No, I don't care about other things. I spend my money in everything I want.
Joey. Road to Ruin.
Road to Ruin, yeah. When Didi died, it's Italian, but in English it's the heroes never die. Gli eroi non muoiono mai.
You got everything.
Yeah.
Congratulations.
Thanks.
Good work.
Thank you.
My guitar is Fender Telecaster, but autographed by Johnny.
Yeah, it's good.
We played it.
I don't have Johnny autograph, but
Right.
just this one, but it's not for me.
Yeah, well, I would give it to you, but it's on my guitar. Ramones World Pen, Joey Ramone plays. And your favourite Ramone?
Maybe Didi.
And who's your favourite Ramone?
Didi. Didi, definitely.
Didi Ramones?
Didi.
Didi Ramone.
He's crazy.
He's crazy.
He's crazy. I play bass.
I learn to play bass like Didi, and then I'll be up in my room, I'll be playing along note for note, just trying, wow, this is it. I want to be in a band.
He's the one who shouts, which is pretty characteristic of the Ramones.
He's an idol to me. He's man I want to become, but not of the drugs. I hate drugs, but what he could play, that's brilliant.
Is Didi any help or not?
I think he'd probably do better than me. You dummy.
He would kind of have the dumb guy act, but you know, you got to be smart to write those songs.
Yeah. He's the most wonderful Ramone who exists, who was existing.
Dee Dee's tough life started as an army brat in Germany. In an unprecedented display of collaborative anarchy, the locals knocked the Berlin Wall down in November 1989, just in time for East Berliners to see the Ramones concert in West Berlin later that month.
Gabba gabba hey. Let's go in.
Hi, my name is Flo. I'm here in my hobby basement, if you want to call it that, called the Ramones Museum in Berlin.
It's fantastic.
When I grew up, nobody knew the Ramones. They were kind of my band, so it was my, you know, the place where I could feel home and, you know, I didn't have to share with anyone. I think there's a lot of people who feel the same way. I think I liked the fact that they looked not so beautiful as everyone else, and they were still amazing. If you're 14 years old and you don't know, you know, what you're gonna do with your life, and you feel you're an outsider, then the Ramones were the perfect group. You know, you could be part of a gang and you could actually be a Ramone just, you know, by buying a leather jacket. Just like everyone else, when you see them live, you know, you buy a shirt, you get the poster and you keep the ticket, and that's the start of every collection. It turned out to be like an obsession later on. I had all this stuff in my living room and my girlfriend said, well, you know, it's a little bit too much, you should, you know, grow up and get rid of the stuff. And I said, okay, fine, I'll do it. You know, so I found these 2 rooms and I just put everything up on the walls, and then decided to call it a Ramones Museum and make it public. What's your favorite item in here?
You got that autographed first album with Tommy on it. I've never seen his autograph before. The baseball bat. I love the frisbee because I love frisbee and I love Ramones. There's Rob Freeman, who recorded the first Ramones album, and it's a mystery, and we listen to it over and over and we love it.
And Johnny's jeans, they're really great. And Mikey's shoes, that's really good.
Yeah.
Everyone should open a museum of his choice. A Sex Pistols museum or a Clash museum, Ramones museum, ABBA museum, I don't care.
Hey, ho! Let's go! Hey, ho! Let's go!
Hey, look what I found. Ramones thongs, €5 on special. They fit me. What's your favourite Ramones song?
I'm against it.
Rockery Beach.
My favorite song is Savannah Affair.
Poison Heart.
Bonzo goes to Pittsburgh. If I say one, I say she's the one.
I don't care.
Bucket Love, I met her at the 7-Eleven. She's sensational.
Do you remember Rock and Roll Radio?
The KKK took my baby away.
KKK took my baby away.
KKK. When Joey's girlfriend Linda left him for Johnny in 1980, Joey wrote The KKK Took My Baby Away. Johnny and Joey never spoke to each other again, not through 16 years of touring and not even on Joey's deathbed.
I'm a punk fan, but often punk is so depressive, so dark music, but Ramones is so hey, so party.
It's saying yes to life. That's what the Ramones mean to me, and that's what Joey Ramone means to me.
Joey Ramone's God. He was a genius at what he did.
Nobody did for a punk how much he did. He's special.
He's not trying to be anybody else, he's just Joey.
Joey is a sensual, warm guy, nice guy.
And if you don't love Joey, I don't know, then you're incapable of loving.
Joey, look on love, changed a lot in my life. The way he's singing about girls and relationships gave me a very warm feeling about love, I guess.
I've always thought of him as the male counterpart to Ronnie Spector. He has that kind of real 60s pop voice.
He was really into glitter stuff, you know, talking like Slade and Mud, T-Rex and Mott the Hoople and David Bowie and Sweet.
He was so sweet. I was meant to be interviewing him for a British music paper for half an hour. We spent 8 hours around his apartment just chatting and playing demo tapes. He was playing me all these tapes of bands that he loved.
He seemed so fragile, just like a child, but a giant child.
When Joey died, everybody knew he was sick. Nobody expected him to die. It was a really sad day.
You know that I remember you. Yes, I still fucking remember. New York City is a little less cold tonight. It's a little less lame tonight. New York City is a little less cold tonight. New York City, let's rock tonight. New York City is a little less cold tonight. It's a little less lame tonight.
I don't want to be buried in a pet cemetery, but I would like if they could somehow came back and play one more show.
If I ever build a time machine, I'll go back and go see them.
I'm so excited to even get to see a cover band. I never got to see Ramones live, and like I said, when they died, 5 days crying my eyes out.
Another undead punk. He comes out at night and goes to gigs.
Punk it's not dead.
As long as there's people out there that don't like to be told how to live, you're gonna have outsiders, always, and that means you're always gonna have punks.
The ultimate fate of any sort of street style is that it is going to be commercialised, but by the same token, you look at a pair of ripped jeans even now, and it is some kind of a statement. I still think it cuts against the grain somehow. That's another way in which punk has carried on, this idea of kind of tearing open.
Switching to the Ramones, I love all they have done.
Ramones may not have had a hit, but they achieved something much more important. They saved rock and roll and made playing it accessible to everyone. From U2 and Nirvana to the kids next door, people will always be making music based on the template Ramones gave the world with that very first single.
Blitzkrieg Bop is the best song in the world. There are no other better songs by any other band.
Kids are losing their minds. Blitzkrieg Bop.
Especially when you say, hey ho, let's go. That says everything.
Hey ho, let's go. Hey ho.
Good concert. The best concert. Very best. In Banská Bystrica, Slovakia. Yes.
I just did the induction for the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. I just got inducted.
Were there any Ramones hanging around the Hall of Fame?
Oh, I met all the Ramones. That's right. They came over to my table. They knew all of my songs. And they were telling me what big fans they were of my music.
Well, the Ramones were very nice fellas. I knew them all, and they were always very respectful and very nice. And it was sad to see them go, but I'm glad that they achieved a great measure of love and respect in their lifetime.
A lot of what punk was we now take for granted. You know, we see equality of the sexes, we see more sort of racial tolerance, and people tend to forget, I think, that punk was actually driving a lot of that at the time.
You can buy Ramones shirts in, at H&M, and I think it's totally okay because it still saves a lot of kids.